The day I learned I was carrying twins, by my husband, the godfather, he was moving his pregnant mistress into the estate. They said I was barren and forced me to end the marriage early. Then his mistress had her men throw me out. While he announced her baby as his heir, I gave birth to twins at Brooklyn Charity Hospital. He later learned her baby was never his, and his real children almost died the night he made me sign the divorce papers. He begged me back and promised us a family, but I'd already found a new home. I married his sworn enemy, Noah, the godfather of another New York family. When I learned I was 4 months pregnant, I decided to tell Matteo the good news. I slipped the twin pregnancy report into my coat and crossed the estate's underground corridor alone. At the end stood the De Luca council chamber, where women were never allowed. But I thought the 2 babies inside me might make me the exception. The door wasn't fully closed. The moment I reached it, I heard Bianca laughing. She sat on the map-covered table, her wine-red dress brushing Matteo's side. Matteo stood between her legs, one hand on her waist, the other on her belly. The doctor confirmed it. It's a boy. Matteo, we finally have an heir. Matteo smiled. This was a man who could lock down the East River docks and erase a traitor with one order. Yet he smiled at her so gently. In 3 years of marriage, he'd never smiled at me like that. I pulled my hand from the door and shoved the report back into my coat. Then I slipped away before they saw me. Matteo didn't come back until after midnight. He took off his gloves and tossed a file onto the table.
There are 6 months on our 3.5-year contract. The family doctor confirmed you can't conceive. Dragging this out helps no one. I'll have the lawyers prepare the divorce papers early. You'll get the agreed settlement.
What if I'm already pregnant? Only then did Matteo look at me. There was no hope in his eyes, just impatience, like I was wasting his time again.
That's impossible. You've been tested more than once. Every report says you can't give the De Luca family an heir.
Looking at him, I suddenly remembered our wedding 3 years ago. And why I'd married him. I grew up in St. Anne's Church orphanage. No parents, no family, no relatives who could threaten the De Luca succession. That's why Grandma Luca chose me.
Her background is clean. No other family can use her child. The child will be loyal only to you.
Marry her. Give the De Lucas an heir.
Those were her final words before she died. So Matteo took my hand in the chapel. He didn't kiss me. In front of the elders, he simply put the De Luca wife ring on my finger. From that day on, I had a new title, the Godfather's wife. Matteo and I signed a contract. If I gave the De Lucas an heir within 3.5 years, I could remain his wife. If I failed, I'd surrender the title and leave the family. So from the start, I was never the wife Matteo chose. I was a breeding tool his grandmother picked to continue the bloodline. Matteo never hid how much he hated our marriage. He only came to my room when the elders pressured him for an heir. Like touching me disgusted him. Of course, Bianca was the woman he truly loved. She came from mafia royalty, elegant and dazzling. Matteo took her to every family banquet. I stayed behind, waiting for him to crawl into my bed, repeat the same cold motions, and fulfill a loveless duty. Then a month ago, the family doctor said I had premature ovarian failure and would never conceive. The last bit of value I had to Matteo was gone. What Matteo didn't know was that I wasn't infertile at all. A week earlier, I'd secretly repeated every test at a small clinic. The doctor said I was nearly 4 months pregnant, with twins. My body was perfectly healthy. Every infertility report before that was fake. I found out Bianca had her cousin at the family clinic. Forged a report saying I had premature ovarian failure and could never have children. Bianca was terrified. I'd give birth to the heir first. So she made Matteo and the entire De Luca family believe I'd never have children. Matteo never doubted her. He didn't even take me to another hospital for a second opinion.
One more thing. Bianca is pregnant and needs peace and quiet. Once she moves in, it won't be convenient for you both to stay here. Move out tomorrow.
I froze for a few seconds, making sure I'd heard him right. You're throwing me out?
Don't make it sound so ugly. I'm only asking you to move out for now. You'll be gone in a few months anyway. This saves you moving twice.
I'm still your legal wife. You're throwing me out of my own home so your mistress can rest?
This is the De Luca state. It was never your home. Bianca is carrying my child. I won't let anything upset her.
Anything. To him, I wasn't even a person. Just a problem that might upset Bianca. Matteo didn't let me finish. A family call came in, and he walked out. I stood there a long time before I started packing. But the moment I opened my suitcase, heels clicked down the hall. Bianca entered with 4 men.
Don't bother packing. Just leave. Now.
What are you doing here? Get out of my room.
I took 1 step forward, and 2 men blocked me. Your room? Serafina, don't tell me 3 years with the Godfather's ring made you think you owned this estate. You're just the breeding tool the old woman found at an orphanage.
She walked up to me, her eyes slowly dropping to my belly. Too bad you couldn't even do that.
Once my son is born, he'll be entered into the De Luca Book of Heirs. And you'll be the mistake Matteo never mentions.
Get out. The real Godfather's wife will be moving in soon. Bianca lifted a hand. Her 4 men moved at once. They dragged out my suitcase, clothes, books, and everything I owned, then threw it all outside. I rushed to stop them, but 2 men grabbed me and hauled me from the room.
Let go! Those are mine!
No one listened. They shoved me into the rain without even letting me grab a coat. The estate doors slammed in my face. I fell into the rain, everything I owned scattered at my feet. I covered my belly on instinct. 2 living, breathing babies were growing inside me. In that moment, I made my choice. No matter how hard it got, I'd give birth to them and raise them well. One day, Matteo would learn he hadn't just thrown out the wife he despised. He'd thrown out the De Luca family's twin heirs. And he'd regret. But I would never go back.